everyone, it's Justine and welcome to our 5 days of foiling event with myself and Laurel Beard. I will be linking to her video as well as her channel in the video description below. Laurel is a super awesome video maker, so be sure to check her out and subscribe to her channel as we do this week-long event with you. So I'm going to go through some of the basic tips and techniques for foiling. Now, I personally like to use the Foil Mates line by Gina K Designs. It comes with what you need. So it comes with the parchment paper, and then it also comes with 5 designs. So 2 different designs, 5 of each. So in total, 10 pieces of paper. And you can cut these down in half to make card fronts, or you can cut them down into smaller pieces and get even more use out of them. So these are pre-printed using a laser printer on high quality Gina K Designs white cardstock. And you just simply put it inside the parchment paper, and then you can go ahead and add your foil. So I'm going to use some brilliant blue here. This is one of my favorite new colors from 2018. And I always cut down my foil so that it's just slightly larger than what I am foiling, and that way nothing goes to waste. So you simply have your toner paper, or whatever's printed on toner, using toner. You put your foil there color side up. I know you want to put it color side down, but it's color side up. And then you're just going to slip that into a laminator. I'm going to use 2 different laminators throughout this series. Originally, I had a Scotch laminator. This is a very affordable laminator, between $20 and $25 on Amazon. And it works fairly well. Now and again, I do get little black areas in my designs. Nothing that is of serious concern, but it does happen because it doesn't get as hot where the rollers are. And I switched then afterwards to a Royal Sovereign one because I wanted to try out the one recommended by Gina K and Thermoweb. That one ran me about $30, and it actually does work better, but I still now and again get the odd little black speck here and there. So nothing crazy. So you're going to put this through your laminator, and you want to put the folded side in first so that it doesn't get all messed up. And then as it comes through the laminator, all you need to do is peel it off of the paper, and that foil should now be attached to anything printed with the toner ink. Now remember, if you have your own laser printer at home, you can print out your own backgrounds, your own designs, and your own sentiments that you can tone and foil yourself. So that's really cool too. But for people like me who don't have that, then this is a perfect alternative, having these Gina K Designs Foil Mates. So I'm now going to use some Thermoweb tape runner here, and I'm going to attach this to my cardstock. I have some white cardstock by Gina K Designs in the base weight, so it's going to match perfectly with the white that I used on the Foil Mates, which is a really big deal for me. I don't like 2 shades of whites on my card, which is why I love the fact that it comes with that as well. And don't forget about the negative piece as well. So when we had peeled back that foil, it revealed a whole other pattern that you can use on the front of your card. So I have one with lots of white space in the middle, but I'm going to lay down some of my tape runner here, and I'm actually able to put down the negative piece. So there's no waste with your foils. I also wanted to mention that the foil packs come in packs of 10, so you get a ton of foil inside of your pouch there, and you can get so many different colors that are available between the Gina K Designs and Deco Foil, which is another brand by Thermoweb. They're made by the same company, so you can mix and match the 2 companies if you want to, and you can get a whole variety of colors. And I'm going to show you later how I store my foil, so you can see just how many colors there are. I don't even own all of them. So I added some of those Foil Mates by Gina K for the sentiments, but I didn't foil them because I thought that would be a little much. So you can keep them in black and white, or you can foil them. Now for my next card, I'm going to be using the Foil Mates once again to cut out some fun designs. So I am going to cut these out using some of the coordinating dies that come for the sentiments of the Foil Mates. Whether you have them or not, you don't need them. You can cut them out by hand, of course, or with a paper trimmer. They come in basic shapes like tags, squares, circles, etc. So I'm going to be using 1 tag and 1 rectangle, and I'm going to be using this on my next card. Now my next card, I'm going to show you that you can mix and match colors of foil to make some really cool designs. I am going to stick my dies here on with some purple tape. This is perfect for attaching dies because it's a very non-sticky tape that will just keep things temporarily there. So I'm going to go ahead now, I'm going to add a background here. You can see I have a polka dotted background, and I'm going to add in one of those sentiments also that I had cut out earlier. So I'm going to show you how you can keep things all one tone, or you can switch up the colors. I'm going to be using bubblegum foil for this one, and I'm going to be using the other laminator that I have, the Royal Sovereign one. And this one I do find has less little black specks on it personally. Now you must be thinking I'm crazy because I have two laminators. I am a school teacher, so I do keep one usually in my classroom, my Scotch one, and the Royal Sovereign one in my craft room. I could bring it back and forth, but I always tend to forget them. So you can see here it foiled perfectly, this tag with the "Have a Happy Birthday." I think it looks really cool. And then I'm going to go ahead and peel off the background to reveal such a beautiful square circle background. And once again, you could use the negative as well for another card. So I went ahead and actually cut down the background so I had a nice white border around it for the birthday card. And I finished off the card by adding the tag to the middle there, and I have this really sweet monotone sort of card, or monochromatic, I think is what it's called, not monotone. And you're going to have that one color all the way through. Now I went ahead for this one off screen since you've already seen me foil the foil mates, and I foiled this time using some silver foil. I chose the background that has the diagonal stripes going across it, and I'm going to add that this time though, instead of cutting it down, onto the full background. Now, because this is silver, of course, you can definitely mix and match your colors really well here and quite easily. I'm going to add some foam onto the back of my sentiment that I foiled using turquoise sea foil this time. The turquoise sea, I think, is my favorite color out of all of them. I just think it's so pretty, and it's that perfect blend of masculine and feminine. I love these foil mates because it takes the thinking out of them. Now, if you want to be a little bit more creative, you can use your own products as well. This is an adhesive-backed toner sheet by Thermoweb. Now these are really, really cool in the sense that you can go ahead and use your die cuts that you have in your stash to die cut, and you can die cut and foil. So I'm going to be using here the Rainbow Wishes die from Concord and 9th. This comes with a stamp set and a die set. And I'm going to be die cutting the rainbow using the toner foil sheets. Now, I do want to mention that after lots of experimentation, it is actually better to foil the toner paper before you die cut it. But because I'm going to be using so many different colors here, it was easier for me to cut and then foil. But you won't get the black little marks that I got along the edges if you do the foiling first. Because what happens when you put the dye in is it puts pressure on the paper. And you may not realize it, but a small little indent goes into the paper and the foil doesn't necessarily pick it up. But I kind of like the vintage look. So I took a whole bunch of different colors here from the foil, and I'm using here some red velvet, and I'm going to be running through this rainbow using rainbow colors and foil. Not to mention a couple of the little hearts that I die cut from the coordinating die set as well. I'm not going to make you sit through all of the foiling obviously, but I'll show you with the one that goes through. So I'm just going to stick it, remember, folded edge first, into my Royal Sovereign laminator. This is different from the Scotch. I feed it from the front and it comes out the back. The Scotch you feed from the top, it comes out the bottom. And then when I go ahead and remove the adhesive, you'll see that I get this really, really cool, or when I remove the foil, I get a cool design on it. I'm going to do that for all of the colors now. So now that I have my whole rainbow foiled here, I used a variety of colors: red velvet, sweet mango, then I used wild dandelion, jelly bean green, I believe, and then turquoise sea and lilac. And they're adhesive backed, so it's super easy to just take the adhesive right off the back and stick it onto your card. So I'm not letting any pieces go to waste. I have them kind of hanging off the side here, and I'm just going to grab a pair of scissors and trim them all off, and I'm going to use them for the other side of my card now. So I'm just going to start sticking these down so I can make two rainbows onto one card. So once I have my second rainbow finished, I'm once again trimming off the edge, and then I can even go in and use these small pieces here to make a third rainbow if I wanted to. Now, because I know all of us are stampers, or a lot of us are, you can go ahead and add that coordinating die set with the stamp set. So I'm going to go ahead and with some blackjack ink from Catherine Pooler, I'm going to be stamping two clouds here using the stamp set that it comes with. And I'm going to be die cutting these as well with the coordinating dies, the same set that comes with those rainbows. So I attached the two clouds using some 3D foam tape onto the bottom of each of the rainbows, and then I went ahead and stamped the sentiment, "Be Happy," using that same blackjack ink from Catherine Pooler Designs. So I went ahead and added a sentiment, also comes with the stamp set, and they're all curved to be perfect along the rainbows, so I decided to choose a Be Happy one. And I attached many of the hearts that I had foiled at the same time as the rainbow as embellishments for my card. I also wanted to show you that you can go ahead and die cut the sentiments as well out of that toner paper. Now, once again, I would recommend foiling the toner paper first and then die cutting it, but you can do whatever works for you. So I'm going to go ahead and from this same coordinating stamp and die set, I die cut the word bright as well as several hearts from the kit, and I'm going to make just a very plain and simple card this time. Now, instead of having to foil each individual color this time, I'm actually going to use rainbow foil. Now, this one here is not from Gina K Designs. It's from the same company, though, Thermoweb, that makes Gina K Designs foil called Deco foil, and I'll link to that one too. So this makes it a little bit easier because they have several different patterns that have a variety of colors on them also, like rainbow, and there's like a summer sunset or splash or something with pink and yellow, and really pretty colors. Now, when I open up the foil, you'll see that it gets a variety of the rainbow colors, so it would depend as well if you put it horizontal or vertically how the colors are going to be, whether they'll be horizontal or vertical. So I decided on horizontal, and because these are adhesive backed, once again, they come off so easily, I think I need to start invest in doing this all the time because I love not having to glue these really intricate wording. And I'm just going to stick this onto my card. So now I'm going ahead and I'm just attaching everything here. I'm going to stamp the "You're a Bright," and then I'm going to stamp the one that goes underneath, "Spot in My World." I love that. And I'm going to add all these little hearts around it so that they look super cute. And I love this card. It's so clean and simple, but really colorful at the same time. And I love how I can incorporate that clean and simple look into foiling. A little bit different than what we had at the beginning where it's all foiled and a lot of background noise. So you can just really go towards your style, add a little bit of foiling or a lot of foiling depending on what you like. I'm just going to fold up my card base here. All my card bases in this video measure 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when folded, and all the card panels measure 4 by 5 1/4. I'm going to add just some liquid glue here to attach this onto my cardstock. I could also use the tape runner as well, but I find you have to be a little bit more precise with tape runner, and I like the fact that I can move it around a little bit when I screw up. So that's the end of my basic foiling tips. Don't forget to check out Laurel Beard's video as well. I also have a giveaway from Thermoweb that I'm going to be giving away a $25 gift certificate to someone who comments throughout the week, and I'll have other prizes available as well as we get going. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I have a suggested video up there for you on foiling from a previous card, as well as the subscribe button, so don't forget to hit it. I will see you tomorrow, and we're going to look at stenciling with foiling this time, and I'm really looking forward to show you what I came up with.